Yes, students, this video is regarding November 2023 exam series, paper 2-1, question 3 part A. Explain why a government might decide to increase its direct provision of essential goods and services, and consider whether such a policy is always likely to be successful. Let me confess that this is a little different question from other part A questions for this exam component. One, because there is no term used. Normally we come across with a couple of terms in a part A question like merit goods, public goods, demerit goods, information failure, elasticity of demand, etc. But in this question, there is no economic term that is used. So it is a challenge to get the knowledge understanding mark, or it is a challenge to identify that what would the examiner be requiring or expecting from us as far as the knowledge and understanding is concerned. The second odd thing in this question is that there could be more than one interpretation of what contains an essential good. A candidate may be justified in interpreting an essential good as a necessity like food, or some other candidate may say these are probably merit or demerit goods question or a public good question. So this is a little odd. However, we still try to give you some tips regarding this question. First of all, let me repeat that out of 8 marks, there are 3 marks each for knowledge understanding, and analysis, and then there are further 2 marks for evaluation. And this question, the word evaluation is always. So we will challenge this word when we reach to the stage of evaluation. The first, knowledge understanding. So knowledge understanding, again, as I said, that there is no specific term. I will say that the government or the state usually decides to provide public goods and merit goods directly. So once we identify that the types of goods which the government usually provides are merit goods or public goods, so we may get 1 knowledge mark. For the second knowledge mark, we may say that such provisions are financed by the government taxation. So that is how government pays for them. So we get the second knowledge mark. Now remember that price mechanism and state operate differently. Price mechanism generates revenues by selling goods, and that's how they finance the provision of goods they sell. Whereas state doesn't sell them. In some cases they sell goods, but usually at a subsidized price. So they finance it. They finance the provision of goods and services through taxes. And we may give a brief definition that examples of public goods include street light, and national defense. Whereas education and health are the examples of merit goods. So that is how we can get the third knowledge understanding mark. So 3 knowledge understanding mark. 1, we identify which type of goods government provides, the examples of those goods, and that those goods are financed by the taxes. So this is the analysis. It is the knowledge. Now we move to the analysis part. The 3 marks for analysis. Merit goods are underprovided by price mechanism due to information failure. As people fail to fully realize the benefits of these merit goods. Since the actual benefits of merit goods exceed the cost, the perceived benefits, there is a case that the government should provide them. Merit goods like education and health, their benefits are more than the actual benefits are more than the perceived benefits. One doesn't fully realize the importance of education. Education benefits go beyond those who directly receive education. For example, a person who is getting education gets increased chances of employment. That is the private benefit. But society will be able to benefit at large through greater tax collection because the educated person will earn more and will pay more taxes. So that is a benefit which is going beyond the individual who is receiving education. So perceived benefits of education are more than the actual benefit, and these goods are underproduced. So there is a strong case that government provides them. So that's how we can get two analysis marks, two analysis, because we have explained one type of debt provision of goods by the government, and we have established why should it be so. The other type of public good that the government can provide is a public good. The government can also provide public goods as the private sector is unable to provide them because of the problem of free rider. One may go on and develop this idea further that these public goods are non-excludable and non-rival, and because of this, it is impossible to charge a price for these goods, and it encourages the behavior of being a free rider, and that would mean that price mechanism will not be able to charge a price, generate revenue, and make profits, and they will not provide public goods. Because of this failure of price mechanism, private sector, it becomes the job of the government to directly provide an essential public good like a street light. So this is due to the fact that a price for public goods cannot be charged. Cannot be charged due to the features of non-excludability and non-rivalry. So that is how we can get the third knowledge analysis mark. So far we have scored both the 3 marks for knowledge and 3 marks for analysis. The last stage is evaluation. The evaluation likely. Now we look at the question again. Is this going to be always likely to be successful? So the conclusion can follow, but first we give a reason that whether it will be successful always or not if the government decides to directly provide goods and services. The government has limited resources, and even if they decide to finance the direct provision of essential goods, this may not be enough. The shortage of essential goods may fall, but will not be eliminated completely. So there could be governance issues as well, corruption issues. The government opens the school is unable to provide quality. The government opens hospitals, they are unable to provide quality treatment to the patients, and there could be wastage of resources. So government intervention may not be always successful. So we can give the conclusion. Now one evaluation mark we have scored, and the last evaluation mark we need to give the conclusion. And I did write the conclusion with the green ink. Therefore, government intervention in the form of direct provision goods may not always be successful. So that's how we get the 8th mark, and this 8th mark is for this 8th mark is because of the conclusion. So that's how we can get 8 out of 8 from this question. I hope you like our video. Please do subscribe to our channel and do share our videos to those who may be interested in writing a quality essay for paper 2. Thanks.